Foxy says, I think making indie multi-platform is a smart move. The cost of making games keeps rising, and exclusivity just doesn't work financially anymore. Especially when you're working with a licensor, right? Where it's like they don't own Indiana Jones, right? So how are you getting in there? What is the deal there? How are you trying to make more money for that? SD Turtle 1023 says, I knew it would lead to this after those initial 4. He said, quote, we'll see what happens. Obviously, they're going to make money. I see why Xbox fans are mad.
Why are they mad?
They're mad because of tribalism. The idea of like, I bought this box, so I should have
as long as I
here.
get to play it. What do I care whether or not you get to play it?
Preach and choir, Gary.
That seems silly to me.
That's the internet. I don't know if you know that. You know what I mean? We'll get some more of there as we go, but I want to get into more Xbox news. Number 2, Xbox confirms core and standard Game Pass tiers will wait, quote, up to 12 months plus, end quote, for first-party games. This is Vicky Blake at GamesIndustry.biz. Microsoft has confirmed that subscribers who pay for its core and standard tiers of its Game Pass subscription service may not be able to play titles from its first-party studios, quote, up to 12 months or more, end quote, after release. Clarifying the substantive changes it made to Xbox Game Pass service last month, Microsoft confirmed in a recent Xbox Wire post that only the $12 a month PC tier and the $20 a month Ultimate tier will benefit from EA Play membership and access to Xbox's quote-unquote day one titles. Instead, subscribers to Core, the $10 a month, and the standard $15 a month tier will get a curated catalog of 25, quote, high-quality games on console and hundreds of high-quality games on console, respectively. All console tiers will get online console membership, and all 4 tiers will receive, quote, member deals and discounts, end quote. Up until this point, it had not been clear how long standard and core subscribers would have to wait to play the, quote, day one first-party releases that used to be included in Game Pass. Quote, some games coming to Game Pass Ultimate, Day 1 games, or other game entries will not immediately be available with Game Pass Standard and may be added to the library at a future date. Parentheses, can be up to 12 months or more, will vary by title, wrote senior community lead of Xbox Game Pass, Megan Spur. Microsoft has still yet to confirm when its new Standard Game Pass tier will be available. Get him, Gary.
I mean, I definitely can see people complaining about this.
This one makes sense to be upset about.
I mean, a little bit. It's, you know, I feel like you get what you pay for, right? If you pay less, you get less. If you pay more, you get more. And
but Gary, I already had this.
Did you? Are they taking away something that you already had?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, that sucks.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is I think it's almost developing. And what you're seeing now is one of the things I used to like about Game Pass was that it was fairly straightforward, right? When Sony rolled out its version of it with PlayStation, like Essential, Premium, Plus, or whatever, it was confusing all these different tiers and what you would get for each one and what was the best value. It was a mess, and I think it continues to be a little bit of a mess. I think that's kind of where this is going now with these tiered offerings, right? You get this, but not that. And over here, you get that, but not this. And over here, if you pay the most, you get everything. I mean, it doesn't apply to me because I just have Ultimate and I'm happy with that. So I've never had cause to investigate it. But like, I couldn't tell the difference between standard and core. I don't know what the difference is.
Their new chat is calling out that really it's replacing Xbox Gold, which wasn't a Game Pass thing.
And that
so
was
really they're
that
not
was confusing. We used to talk about that on the Xcast all the time. Like, what is gold? Like, get rid of it. So again, I think you get what you pay for. I think if something that had a certain amount of value now has less value, that's not great.
Which doesn't seem to be the case.
I think it makes sense. Just as a separate discussion, it makes sense to have offerings at different tiers. Maybe you don't care about playing all the latest first-party games. Maybe you just want multiplayer for the games that you do play. So here's the cheaper offering that gives you just what you want. But if you want to have everything, then yeah, it's going to cost more.
It's a lot like when PlayStation broke up PlayStation Plus and got the, Essential, Premium, and Extravagant, or whatever the fuck they call it, where it was just like, you're taking one thing, breaking it up, and everybody's up in arms about it for a second, and then they settle into what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And I think to your point of, you get what you pay for, it is that idea of the same conversation we continue to have of like, Xbox continues to add value to Xbox Game Pass, I think, in terms of bringing in something like Call of Duty, adding in these new first-party studios, Activision, Blizzard, all the stuff they're purchasing and bringing in, right? And if you're going to be doing that and still making deals to get great games on there, I want to talk about Dungeons of Hinterberg when I get the Gamescast after this. You're making these games, you're paying money to get those games and bring them to the service. Something's got to give at some point to keep supporting this. This has been the ongoing conversation we've had, right, since the launch of Game Pass of how long can they keep this up? What can they do with this?
We're seeing this I don't want to go off on a tangent, but we're
Yeah,
seeing.
it's a Widow Wednesday. That's what we do.
I'll try to limit it to something largely relevant, but like we're seeing this all over. Right? Just shit's becoming more expensive every day. Right? We're getting less for more. Right?
Yeah.
I feel like every week I get, because I subscribe to all the different streaming services.
Yeah.
I feel like every week I get, oh, there's been a price change. Oh, you mean it's gone up? Yeah, of course. Like every Amazon, HBO, you name it. They just keep rationing up the price. Disney just did it again. And Disney can get away with it because they know they have parents over a barrel, which I think is outrageous, right? It's like you can't turn off Disney because it's got Bluey and all this other shit on it they want. Well, sorry, my glasses talking to me. Sometimes it's weird.
It's Disney coming in like, don't talk
I went to McDonald's the other day.
Was it good?
I mean, it was fine. They have a new triple cheeseburger, and I got to tell you, it hit the spot. But it's way more fucking expensive than it used to be.
Yeah, that's for
everything
sure.
everything is like crazy expensive now. I think this is why people are bitching and moaning about the economy. Is that everyone is like everything just costs too much.
Inflation's been bad.
Yeah. I've been on vacation, but I came back yesterday, and Kevin started to spin up his wheels about bitching about McDonald's costing too much money, and someone stopped him because I guess he's been doing it so much. But he had the same revelation.
I had heard it for a while, but I hadn't been to McDonald's in a while. I went through the drive-thru the other day. I got a Happy Meal for my kid and a cheeseburger for me, and I was like, wait, how much? Is that right? Because one of the things about McDonald's historically is that it's cheap.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on there, but like companies will always, and we see it, with the streaming services. We're seeing it here with Game Pass. That's what we're talking about. We're seeing it with McDonald's, whatever. Companies will always find a way to pass the cost onto you. Even if it means bleeding off, there's a very, very simple bit of calculus for them. Maybe some people will cancel, but the people that will remain, as they pay more, will make up. Will still come out ahead. It's still a net gain for them.
This episode is brought to you by Hims. Guys, sometimes intimate moments happen spontaneously, and we always want to be ready so we can perform in the bedroom. Hims has treatments that can help you stay hard and last longer, giving you that boost of confidence so you can be ready whenever the mood strikes. Hims provides access to a range of doctor-trusted ED treatments such as chewable hard mints, proven treatments like Viagra and Cialis, or their generics for up to 95% cheaper. No insurance is needed. The process is simple and 100% online. No uncomfortable in-person visits necessary. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/kindafunny. That's HIMS.com/kindafunny for your personalized ED treatment options. Hims.com/kindafunny. The products mentioned are chewable compounded products which are not approved by or verified for safety or effectiveness by the FDA. Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions, details, and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan. This episode is brought to you by Aura Frames. Here's the thing about birthdays, they happen all year, which means there's probably someone you should be buying a gift for right now. Give them something really special with Aura Digital Frames. Aura Frames are easy to set up, update, and enjoy. Plus, Aura Frames can be preloaded with photos and gift messages, so whether you're giving the frame to your sister, grandma, or your mother-in-law, you can make sure that the gift is personalized just for them. Recently, I gave my partner Leanza an Aura digital frame as a gift for our 6th anniversary, and we both adore it. We love being reminded of some of our most special moments, and it always starts some of the best journeys down memory lane. Right now, Aura is having their very first Friends and Family sale, and we've got an exclusive offer just for our listeners. For a limited time, you can get $35 off their best-selling frame by visiting auraframes.com and using promo code KINDAFUNNY. That's AURA frames.com, promo code KINDAFUNNY. This is the best offer of the season, so don't miss out. Terms and conditions apply.
Number 4, still in the Xbox ecosystem, Microsoft announces October release date for the all-digital Xbox Series X. This is Ryan Dinsdale at IGN.com. Microsoft has announced 2 new Xbox Series X consoles, and 1 new Xbox Series S console will be released on October 15th, 2024, including a digital-only Xbox Series X. The consoles, which are now available to pre-order, were outlined on Xbox Wire, where Microsoft confirmed the impending simultaneous release for the all-digital Xbox Series X, the special edition 2TB Xbox Series X, and the 1TB Xbox Series S in Robot White, previously only available in Carbon Black. The all-digital Xbox Series X is only available in Robot White and comes with 1 terabyte SSD hard drive for $449.99. That's $450. Down $50 from the launch Xbox Series X, which has the disk drive installed. The Robot White 1 terabyte Xbox Series S, meanwhile, cost $349.99, the same as the Carbon Black version already available. The special edition Xbox Series X is available in black, but speckled with green and white, and the 2 terabyte hard drive and inclusion of a disk drive ramps the price up to $599.99.
I think this is the first time since this Xbox generation launched with the original Series X and the Series S that it's felt like a complete lineup, right? They've always been able to, because I used to do it on the Xbox all the time. Like, I wish they had this SKU or that SKU. And the two primary ones were a Series S with more storage and a digital Series X, and they have those now. And then the special edition one, that's nice to have 2 terabytes. That's a luxury. I don't love the finish.
You know, like
it makes me want to run a Swiffer over it.
Yeah.
It looks like someone sneezed on it. So I don't just love the aesthetic of it. But yeah, again, like it's as someone who has, I have the little dongle, the overpriced dongle in the back of my Series X that gives me 2 terabytes.
The expansion heart.
And it's nice to have. It's nice to not have to juggle games.
Yeah.
So I think if you can spring the extra $100 or whatever it is to get the 2 terabytes, and that speckled finish doesn't put you off, that
why
would
not?
be the way
Is
to
it
go.
how? What? God, I'm so out of school on this one. How much does it cost for the expandable memory now?
I don't know. I don't know if it's come down, but
I doubt it has.
it used,
You make
it used to
proprietary
be
memory.
way too expensive.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I got mine, it was I was like, oh my god, really? I mean, I
Yeah.
got it because I'm a sucker.
From
Yeah.
the
But-
official Xbox store, Xbox.com, it is $90.
Oh well, that's better.
Well, $90 for 512 gigs.
There you go.
Let's go
No.
to 1 terabyte.
How much for 1
He's
terabyte?
looking. He's looking.
150.
It's cheaper than
And
it
then
was, but it's still
2
much.
terabyte is 280.
And the thing is, it's bogus because we know from all the other memory that's out there that memory is not that expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the high end, the M2. I get that, but the memory is not that expensive. There's a bit of gouging going on here, I'm sure.
If only there was another console that could.
Yeah, get your
pop in the
screwdrivers
hardware
out.
whenever-
Yeah,
That's one fucking screw, Gary. It's
it's actually
not that
it's
hard.
more than one screw.
It's cheaper, though.
Yeah, because there's a screw on it, isn't there?
Yeah.
Fuck, you got
Yeah.
me on that one. You got me. The choice is nice. It's an interesting one of just my consoles at home are packed with memory, right? The PlayStation 5 I expanded when I got it, or when they finally put out memories that could do it, and then the Xbox I have the back thing too, which is a complete waste for me because I just don't play enough.
As much
Xbox.
as I complain about the slightly more involved process of upgrading the memory on the PlayStation 5, because on the Xbox you just slap it in the back, 2 seconds, right?
Yeah.
It's more like 5 minutes with a screwdriver on PlayStation 5. But because I've done it on 2 of my PS5s now, when I did it, like it is kind of satisfying to like feel like you're
Totally,
getting in there.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
working on your car, like even
Yeah.
though it's like basic shit that anyone can do.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like the toy cars Ben will get, where he has the giant screwdriver that you can take the wheels off and put them on because he's a little kid. That's what it reminds me of like, it feels like I'm building a PC, but I'm just popping off the plastic plates of my
so few
toy.
examples of like these days when I get to feel like a man.
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
exactly.
I'm
I
not-
can never do anything with my
I'm
car.
I'm not handy. I don't know anything about cars. Right, I can't put up a shelf; it will fucking fall down. Like
100%.
I'm not
Drywall screws get me
you know,
out. I'm not
if
doing
there's
this
a
shit.
spider, Leah will get it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
Like the kind of old-fashioned, like unreconstructed kind of manly man stuff. I've never been able to do that. But like anytime I get a screwdriver out, anytime Leah asks for the battery daddy,
Oh,
and
the battery daddy. I love
gets
my
to show
battery
up.
daddy.
Battery daddy gets to show up.
I
Then
feel like I'm
a
fucking running.
hero.
I'm cashing in money in the bank.
It's not the old masculinity, but it's what passes for masculinity these days. So when I'm in there with this guy, oh yeah, I'm in here working on my place. I'm modding my PlayStation
Yep,
5.
exactly.
The one I did recently was I had an Ethernet port in the wall in my office, and I was like, I'd love to be able to run a cable out of that and have a wide internet connection in my office. But when I got in there, the jack was all messed up and it didn't work.
Yeah.
So what I did was I went online, I figured out how to do it. I stripped it down to like the 8 individual copper wires. I bought the little thing and I ran all the wires correctly and I did multiple configurations and I put a new jack on it, plugged in the cable, and now I have
You got the Ethernet.
I have Ethernet in my. Honestly, I felt like Tom Hanks.
Totally.
You know, when in Castaway when he makes fire. Look at what I have created! Like you feel so good about it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just basic shit. All of this stuff that will be useless in an apocalypse, like the basic, you know, the stuff that you're going to need. Because once there's no electricity, if it doesn't involve electricity, we're fucked,
Yeah, of course.
right?
Yeah, no.
And that'll be the first thing to go.
I'm with you of the like when Blessing was complaining about how long it would take to switch out the memory on his PlayStation. I made a video when he was out at the office where I did it for him. Like I was like a NASCAR pit crew or like running around doing the thing, screwing the thing. You know, it was like I felt so. I've done something here.
Yeah.
I've proven I am an adult. I am a man. Look at what I was able to build here. But then,
And
I go home and I look at all the home improvement projects. I'm like, Kevin's got to come over and do this because I can't do this.
Yeah, I'll just pay someone to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, pay a professional.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with this shit. You know what I mean? The gutter outside. I've gone to Home Depot. I've looked at the gutters. That does not match the
the other
gutter
thing
I
I
have.
did-
I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I leave
The-
Home
You
Depot.
just got to clean them?
The power
No. I have one that just doesn't go all the way to the ground.
You'll like this because it'll give you an opportunity to take some cheap shots at PC gaming. The
About time.
power supply in my PC, I was playing Helldivers one night, happily like popping along, and then boom, this really loud crack sounded like a gunshot, and the PC just fucking died, like dead, would not turn back on. And it was the power supply
Yeah.
blew.
Oh yeah. Why would you need that?
I had to get a new one.
Yeah. Is it?
so-
'cause- did you have too many things? Like, do you have too many
I
motherboards?
don't know. I
with
honestly don't know what it
animated GIFs
was.
on
It was
them?
like apparently it's very rare to have. I have the worst luck with
Your
technology.
cooling
Like my
unit
shit will
wasn't
blow
working?
up.
Yeah, honestly, that's accurate because you always have something.
I have the
Remember you had
worst
that
luck.
Tesla and everything went wrong with it?
If I go into if there's 100 different boxes of the same product, I will pick the one that's the fucking lemon.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
I just have the worst luck. And this was a brand new PC that was built by a really good company. And I spoke to him about it. I said, man, you're fucking unlucky. That never happens. A brand new PSU, high, top of the range. That just shouldn't happen. But like a capacitor blew in it.
Popped.
And it boom, like it's dead. And I had to strip it out, and it was hard because the people that built it for me had like bolted a bunch of other stuff onto the side, so it wouldn't come out of the bay anymore. So I had to strip all that down, get it out of there. And again, like if people actually build PCs for a living or whatever, this is basic shit. But for me, it's fucking high end.
Yeah,
As long
yeah.
as I'm in there with the screwdriver, I've got this.
Oh, you
little
got the
lamp.
headlamp?
I've got the little
Oh,
lamp.
you got the
I've got
headlamp.
the little lamp on. I feel like I'm fucking diffusing the fucking nuclear bomb in Armageddon.
Of course.